Right, hello and welcome back to all the listeners. Richard Gow here. So today I want to talk about something that honestly I know I should do more of, and I'm sure if you guys ask yourselves the question, it's something that you could do more of. But the idea of the miracle of practicing, right? I've touched on this, a little bit of this subject in previous rants, is that, it's all about taking the next step. That's each step after each step makes up the journey. And that's how you learn. That's how you progress. As you start, you need to be brave enough to suck at the beginning, and then you get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better the more that you practice, the more that you do, the more that you learn. So it's something that I completely forgot about because I play guitar and I sing, and it's two things that I absolutely adore, but it's two things that I don't particularly practice that much. I guess some point, like the arrogant little voice inside your head says, well, you've done this for so long, you've got this. Until you don't. Until you pick up a guitar after 6 months and you're like, why do my fingers feel so dumb? Or you get, you muster up the bravery that you need to get up onto a stage and sing a song that you wrote, and all of a sudden it doesn't come out as good as you see on TV or as you imagined in your brain. And that's where the miracle of practicing comes in. So much of my time and my life is wasted on complacency. Complacency, that's correct. My tongue's not working today, if you guys can hear. But so much of my time is like I'm gunning for the next thing and I'm trying for the next thing, that I'm spreading myself so thin that I don't actively make time to practice all these things. And, even just a little bit of practice, 20 minutes, half an hour a day, every day, consecutively, consistent practice is the key. We tend to forget that. We do that so much when when we are kids. When we're at school, because, you have to go to class every single day. You go to, sports practice 2, 3, 4 times a week, and then you play the game on the weekends. You're consistently doing this, but you're not actively making the decision to do it. Now, as an adult, you've actively got to make time. You've got to isolate some time out of your day to say, I'm going to practice this. And the key is, and there's so many talks about this all over the world, all these motivational speakers are saying, it's, how to learn better, how to learn quicker. But the ultimate crux of it is active learning. Is if you are going to only dedicate yourself to 10 minutes to learn something a day, then actively be invested in that 10 minutes. Actively make sure that you are learning one thing that you can process and put into your body and your soul, that it becomes part of your habitual behavior when moving forward to learn the next thing. So make sure that even if it's just one thing, that you are actively learning that with intention. I think that's the quickest way to learn anything. Everyone says this a whole idea about 10,000 hours, and I love seeing it. But if you actually work it out, 10,000 hours roughly translates into 10 to 15 years. I mean, because there's no ways that anyone can actively put in 10 hours of intentional learning a day and expect to be a professional at the end of it. Even if that's the case, I mean, that's 10 hours a day. You need 10,000 of those. That's crazy. You need 1,000 10-hour days. That's absolutely crazy. That's still three odd years. So if you don't have that kind of time, but you do have time to learn something and you actively want to learn something, that's where the magic comes in. That little bit of passion that's going to drive you to do it every single day. Actively spend time to actively learn whatever you're learning. And you got it. And on that, have a beautiful morning. And if it's evening, have a beautiful evening.